All right, what's up everybody? Jess here at Agricision Farms. As you can see, I got some Texas Pasture Plus here, getting the sprayer filled up, and I am putting out both the 15-10-5, which they sometimes call it commercial, and then the organic. And the organic, I believe they said it has similar NPK to the regular commercial, but this has a lot of other stuff in it, microbes. So you can look at the description here. Pretty sure it has it's like molasses, liquid seaweed, fish emulsion, fermented chicken litter, and some organic acids. And I will say too, if you have a garden, spray some of this around the base of your plants and as a foliar, and I think you'll like the results. Now this, as you can tell, this isn't a anything fancy as far as a spray rig goes. Bought this used, and I added all new lines, a new sprayer type control valve. It came with booms on it, and I think booms probably would be a little bit better spraying this, just because you can get a finer droplet out of those nozzles on a boom. But I have to use a boomless, and like I said, this came with booms on it, but I took them off because the first time I used the booms on my place, they were hitting the ends of those booms pretty regular, just because of the uneven ground and undulations and things like that on my place. So boomless is definitely the better option for me, just because of my ground. I'm not real flat and level, so just something to consider. But if you already have a sprayer that you use for your herbicides and things like that, you can use it, no problem. Like I said, this is just a cheaper Hamilton style nozzle. So I'm really, at the speeds I'm going, I'm only putting out about 10.5 gallons per acre. Let's see, what else? Definitely calibrate your sprayer before you spray anything really. I mean, you don't really know how much you're putting on, whether it be herbicide or this Texas Pasture Plus, unless you really calibrate your sprayer. And I will add to that, I do have one of the cheaper GPSs I could find that Bluetooth to my iPad, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. And that's another thing that will help you get the most bang out of your buck. It is, you know, a little bit more expense up front, but man, I think they pay for themselves. After spraying without one and then spraying with one, I can almost nail it every time. So definitely recommend GPS if you're looking at those and wondering if it's something you're really going to benefit from. I can't imagine not spraying with one now that I've used it. So it's just another tool in the toolbox. All right, well, I'm waiting on that sprayer to fill up. I thought I'd just go over this GPS that I have here. It is the OnTrak by Agricision, and it's on my hood here just by magnets. And you can remove that as you need it and put it back on pretty easy. That's one thing I like about it. Another thing I like is these little bars right here that gives you your center line, and then they'll move left or right depending on if you get off that center line, so you know to get back on it. And it lets you do that without looking at the iPad, so I really like that feature. You can keep your eyes ahead and see those lights really easy. So yeah, that's it. Everything on this, it Bluetooths to the iPad, and it is set up on the iPad. You set your sprayer width, the distance from this OnTrak to your actual spray nozzle. You can do some offsets in there. I have experienced a few bugs with the app on the iPad as far as making that first lap around the outside edge of the field to get the acreage. So I just stopped doing that. I just get my A/B path going and then it'll fill in the rest of the field, and I can just follow that. And I just leave the sprayer on in my headlands, and I don't really miss a whole lot doing that, so I found that to work pretty good. So yeah, anyhow, I just want to go over that little GPS right quick. I'm waiting on that to fill up, and then I may give you a view of the app on the iPad once I get going. But there are some videos on the internet, on YouTube, specifically on this GPS, so check those out if that's something you're interested in looking at. All right, we're out here in the hay meadow. You can see it's greened up really good, probably compared to that last video I did where I kind of did a little update on the Hay King renovator. And you see most of this is actually pretty tall. I probably could have sprayed it a little bit earlier, but this is just when I could get out here and do it. And actually this won't be bad because there's a lot of leaf, and that's really what you want. You want to, after you get that cutting, according to Danny, you want to wait, 10 to 14 days to give this Bermuda time to shoot back up, to green up, to get some leaves put out. And because this is a foliar program, foliar meaning foliage or leaves. So we're foliar feeding this grass. In order to do that, you have to have a leaf. So I feel like a lot of the failures on this stuff has been people get that cutting and it still may be a little brown, or maybe it just started to green up and get some leaves, and they come in and spray it and they don't really see a whole lot of results. So I suspect that's probably a large cause of it. But we're pretty green here. We have a lot of leaf. I mean, it's anywhere from, some spots maybe 4 to 5 inches, other spots, man, it may be already up to 8 inches. So we'll see how it does. I've had the sprayer circulating on the drive out here, so we should be all mixed up good. I'll get the drone up, get it set up, and I'm gonna make maybe 2 or 3 passes, and once I see what I think may be a good pass, I'm gonna turn the sprayer off on that pass. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna mark that pass with these old step-in posts I have. I'm gonna mark both ends of it, and I'll just drive that path without even spraying, and then I'll continue on after that. So that'll give us about a 40-foot width that won't have any of this on it. It should give us a good idea there of sprayed and not sprayed. So I'm gonna get after it. Step in here. I got the OnTrak turned on. Looks like it's already synced up. I haven't set any AB lines yet. I'll do that on this first pass, and then it'll lay it all out from this first path. Got my 40-foot spray width already. This should all be set up from the last time I sprayed. There's a side offset if you want to offset something. Rear offset, that's the distance from the OnTrak GPS to the spray nozzle. I just guesstimated that. It may be a little bit off, but it's close enough. And then you tap this. I don't know if you see that changed colors. Tap that and that means you're spraying. So it'll highlight all that you've sprayed. It's like I said, it's pretty handy. You can see it blinking up there saying it's ready. Actually, that's just this phone making it blink. It's actually a solid color on the unit. But once I get that AB line set, I'll keep that green LED lit in the middle. And if it goes over the red this side, that means I need to go back. If it goes over the red this side, I need to go back. So it's pretty straightforward. All right, well, I'm gonna get this drone set up. Get the spraying. I may come back and talk to you a little bit after this, but most likely the next video you see will probably be an update. So if that's the case, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And thanks for watching, checking out the channel. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.